to the So You Missed Church podcast. We are happy to have you here with us today. Happy Monday to you. This is Clint Daly, and I'm hoping that if you went to church this week, you got something from it. But maybe you missed church this week. Maybe you couldn't go. Or maybe you just didn't go. Maybe you didn't even miss it that much. I'm hoping we can still help you get your week started in a positive way. And first and foremost this week, I want to give a big thank you to everyone out there that is listening to the So You Missed Church podcast. You know, today actually marks 1 full year of this podcast, and our numbers are improving. We are literally getting listens all over the world. Our listens are going up. So I want to thank you for listening. I want to thank you for sharing the podcast with someone that you know. Thank you for telling your friends. I am truly both humbled and grateful. So happy 1-year anniversary to all you listeners out there. And again, thank you. So a man walks into a bar and he offers to bet anyone in the bar $100 that his dog can talk. And at first, everyone is kind of dubious. But after the man clarifies, he means complete grammatically correct sentences. And they make sure there are no hidden devices on the dog. There's no sort of voice box that's going to talk for the dog. Several bets are made. So the man looks at his dog and he says, "Okay, Charlie, go ahead and say something." Well, Charlie kind of tilts his head. And the man says, "Come on, Charlie, say something. We got bets here. Say something." And Charlie lifts his paw to shake. Now the man's getting a little bit nervous. "Charlie, come on, say something. You're making me look crazy." And Charlie barks. And now all the people in the bar are just cracking up. The man is now fully flustered. "Charlie, come on, no barking. Say something out loud in English." But Charlie clearly doesn't understand what the man wants from him, and the man is devastated. And finally, he has no choice. The man has to give up. He pays the lost money to the people in the bar, and he leaves with his non-talking dog, Charlie. And they walk a few blocks in the rain, and the man stops, and he asks his dog sadly, "Charlie, why in the world did you do that? I just had to pay out $800. I didn't have $800 to pay out." And Charlie says, "Because imagine how much money we're going to win there tomorrow." Hey, make no mistake, our words can have significant value. Today, we go to the Old Testament book of Proverbs. And in chapter 17 and verse 27, it says, "The one who has knowledge uses words with restraint." Now, have you ever stopped to actually consider what you talk about the most? What do we spend our time talking about? Maybe it is sports. Maybe it is our home life. Maybe it is gossiping about that one person that none of us can really stand at work. You can tell a lot about a person by reflecting on what it is that they actually spend their time talking about. Let's consider something else today too. So say someone walks up to you on Friday this week and they ask you, "Hey, how's your week going?" What do you say? Now, I would bet that if you're anything like me, you tend towards sharing maybe a little more what has gone wrong with the week instead of what has actually gone right. So it might sound something like this. "Hey, Clint, how's your week going?" "Oh, it's okay. I was feeling sick on Monday. Wasn't feeling that great on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, I had a really rough day at work. You know how my boss is. And then on Thursday, I kind of tweaked my back. But hey, at least it's Friday and the weekend is here. Am I right?" Now, notice how I ended on a positive note, but that most every single thing that came out of my mouth was negative. And honestly, I don't think I'm in the minority with that behavior, because I think that most of us tend to remember the negative things that happen to us. If you would like proof of this tendency, think about the last time you went into work and told everyone how great you slept last night and how wonderful you feel today. Now, think about the last time a coworker or a family member asked you how you're doing and you said, "Actually, I'm feeling exhausted. And I don't know, I might be coming down with something. I'm not really sure." See, our brains automatically tend towards negativity. unless it's a big win. Hey, last night I went out and actually won $300 in the lottery. We usually tend to tell the negative things far more than the positive things that happen in our lives. But here's the problem with that. Verbalizing those negative thoughts can have an increase in the negativity that each of us is actually feeling. Hey, it stands to reason that if I tell someone I feel tired, magically I yawn. And yes, I actually do feel just a little bit more tired. Hey, I'm not saying not to be honest. Sometimes we don't feel great. Sometimes we are tired. Sometimes we are actually coming down with something. Sometimes we are not at our best. But what if we made an effort to start putting a positive spin on how we're doing, how we're feeling, how our lives are going? What if we said something like, yeah, the week started off a little rough, but I'm rallying. I'm actually feeling better. I've spent some time in prayer this week. I feel like I'm getting stronger. Now, that statement might sound meaningless, but just by adding that positivity, not only does it make the person you're talking to feel better, it makes you feel better. And as the book of Proverbs just told us, we are using our words with restraint. Because that one small change does make us feel better. That one small change does make those around us feel better. It actually serves as a word of encouragement to our family, to our friends, and to our coworkers. Hey, remember, you can always contact the show at youmisschurch@gmail.com. Feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. You can follow us on Facebook or X at YouMissChurch, and you can subscribe to the podcast pretty much anywhere podcasts are hosted. Just go type in You Miss Church wherever it is you listen to podcasts. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to come up for you. If nothing else, you can always find us over on YouTube. Hey, I wish you all a very happy Monday, and I hope that you have a great week.